Welcome back. Charles Tarbey from Century 21 now joins us with all the latest stats, and what a great suit after your polo shirt last week, Charles.
Thank you very much, Chris. I enjoyed wearing the polo shirt, though. But anyway, I ironed the shirt, brand new one just for you.
Perfect.
Do you like it?
So what's happening with the numbers? What's going on?
It's very steady still. The clearance rates are really looking good at the moment. They've still been sitting in the 60s and 70s, but on a national basis, it's 65.7. So it's been sitting in the 60s on a national basis for a while. But the stars, again, Sydney, Melbourne, 67.7 for Sydney overall, at 71.3 for Melbourne. So Melbourne had a bit of a surge as well. I had a meeting today with a major finance broker, or an AFG finance broker, a lady by the name of Melissa from Melbourne. Her view was that the market there is twofold. A lot of soft areas there, and there's some strong areas which are showing through the auction results. And also at that same meeting was a young lady called Jessica from Real Estate Business Online, so they speak with lots of agents, and her view on Sydney was that Sydney's strongest. So the two markets are slightly at opposing sides right now. I think Melbourne's got more stock than Sydney has for sure when you look at the outlying suburbs, but clearance rates are pretty good.
So then moving on to the homes advertised for sale, there is reasonable amounts of stock?
No.
Or it's still pretty quiet?
Yeah, 0.12 increase over the week before, but we're 3.81% lower than this time last year. So we need something to happen in the stock area, Chris. It's not going to happen. Those sales are just not going to occur. Plenty of activity, plenty of buyers, no stock.
But do you think that's going to come through? Like, there's more and more people talking positive on the market. Is that going to get then people then putting them on the market? Like Tom was talking about all these properties selling over reserve. Do people then think, right, let me put it on the market? Yeah,
well, I think that's the key to it. But the reality is that those people we've talked about before who are selling have got nowhere else to go to if there's not a lot of new construction, particularly in the over 55s areas. Where do these people go?
Catch-22.
When they sell. And that's the problem. But we really should have a big, long show about what we should say to the state governments about how they should drive.
Have you ever thought about politics?
These areas. Yes, absolutely, but only office politics. That's about it. Not good at anything else. I'm not good at that.
So, vacancy rates.
Vacancy rates. Now, here's the star again. The standout is Perth. Perth's starting to climb up in their vacancy rates. I wasn't sure what you were talking about it before, but the last 3 weeks, Perth was 2.38% 3 weeks ago in vacancy rates. This week, it's up to 3.2% vacancy. So Perth's now the star runner out there, and Melbourne's dropped back to 3.18, and Sydney's still sitting at 1.84. But overall, it's 2.74, so we're still under 3%. But once those vacancy rates continue to climb in Perth, that's when the competitive nature of the rental returns are going to be. And those rental returns in Perth are still climbing, but not to a great degree now.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to be happening over the next month or two? Is there going to be dramatic changes, like interest rates?
Well, interest rates get things sparked up usually, unless people start saving again. But again, they've got to go out and buy, and there's a lot of people wanting to buy, and there's every reason why they should. You were talking about suburbs before, you know, where it's cheaper now to rent in hundreds and hundreds of suburbs, cheaper to buy than rent. And those people are really starting to feel the pain of that, and they need to get out. And when they get out, we only hope, as we've said before, it's not a surge, Chris, that they take their time and just get out and about and have a good look and make an offer.
Wonderful. Thanks for joining me, both of you too. Good to hear some positive news out there. There's still things going on. Anyway, thanks for joining us this evening. Until next week, I'm Chris Gray. Good night.